Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Techno Spark. After the last video, which was 8 features for Windows 11, in today's video we are going to take a look at an AI which can answer your questions. If you haven't guessed it already, because this was published in newspapers and in YouTube, it is still there. But if you still haven't guessed, let me tell you, it's the Chat GPT. This is an AI which can answer your question. Now, the way this does it, I will explain it later in the video. For now, let's get right into it. Okay, so ChatGPT is basically an AI which can answer your questions. It's like it is a conversation which you ask in question and it will do. So basically it does, when you ask a certain question, it does many hundreds of search behind from various search engines and in the internet to get the answer, and that AI then puts it in a order which we can understand and gets it a bit logically. So that is how it can be created. That's how it is done, and with this you can do a very much amount of things. So we have a question list here. There is still one more question which I will be asking to it. So currently we have 4 sections. So first is about the education, second section is general, third is languages, and fourth is code. Yes, this can write your code. So total there are 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 questions. So let's get right into it with the first section, which is about the education. Now before all that, let me show you how to actually get this. So you have to go to the site openai.com, or you could just search for ChatGPT and then you'll land on this website. And then click on this, as you can see, introducing ChatGPT research release. You can go down here to click try ChatGPT or just here. And so actually you have to create an account for this. When you click this for first, it will actually ask you to create an account, but because I am already logged in, it is showing me this. So for account creation, you would need your mobile number and your email ID. So after you have done that, land back in here. Okay, so let's start with the first question, like how could it be useful for you for studying. So you can actually ask it to create a math test or any test actually. But I found math is what is useful. Copy. Wait, and let's just replace topic for compound interest. No, simple. Yeah, compound interest. Copy. Test for me, as you can see. Open. I think this is simple interest for whatever reason. No, okay. I think this is compound interest. So it can generate, it can generate many questions. If you want that this is so much work for today, you can click on this button which will stop generating. If you want more different questions, as you can see, you could just regenerate and it would refresh the questions and it would give you new questions every time. So that's cool. Next one we have writing, and so let's go from math to English. So let's say you've got an assignment to write an essay on something. So for example, you could just say that write an essay on and the topic. So I'll write an essay on Christmas, because that's what I could think. As you can see, it will tell everything. Christmas is a holiday that is celebrated all over the world on December the 25th. It's a Christian holiday that, whatever that is, however, it is a secular holiday as well, celebrated by blah blah blah. Okay. So this is the essay. You could just take this and how much paragraphs are needed, you could take it and copy down in your textbook. That's also cool, but all I'm telling this, please don't leak all this information in front of teachers. Well, yeah, because then, yeah, please don't do that. Next thing, moving on to math again. Here are some two controversial questions. So first is, this is not actually controversial, it's just, yeah. So the question is, what's the value of pi? The actual value of pi is 20, wait, what was that? Yeah, it's 22 by 7 in fractions. But if we ask him, let's see. It's an irrational number, yes, it's, yeah. So basically, if you didn't know, or you can read this technically, but if you still don't know, it's a number. It's so, as you can see, the decimal, after the decimal point, there are infinite numbers, which they do not repeat in the same order. So for example, it could be 3.1415901976123, etc., etc. It is not that, but it could be that. Though basically, the numbers after the decimal point are infinite. We haven't been able to find it, and it's an irrational number, and it is also used to calculate the circumference of circles. So if you know the math, it's pi d or 2 pi r, the circumference formula. I remember that. And the next one is, what is a number divided by 0? Now, it is debated whether it's infinity or 0, but I believe it's 0, because I'm not trying to promote, but the TED Talk has released a video on this explaining how it is not infinity. But let's say what Chat GPT has to say now. It's usually not defined in many calculators, including Windows and Macintosh calculator. Okay, this also says it's an undefined. Yeah, yes. As you can see, that it is like that. And it actually hasn't described the entire thing, why like this and why not infinity, but that's still what you can have. The next section is general section. So now onto the most liked feature which I like about this is it can write a description to a literal YouTube video, which is so much helpful. If you didn't know, if you don't have experience of creating YouTube videos, writing the description is such a pain for your hands and for your brain, because you have to think for so much and then try to implement with your keyboard. And if you have some typos, then good luck fixing those. So for now, I'll ask the question, write a video description on the topic of Chat GPT. And it's so accurate that today this video's description is going to be this, but I'll still add timestamps and just my regular introduction. So as you can see, this is so good. As you can see, so this is what is going to be today's description. So you can watch it right here instead of going to description, but whatever. Yeah. Bro, are you done? Are you done just appreciating yourself? Okay, just kidding. That's a so good tool, so you should appreciate for whatever reason. Then next is for shopping. If you want to find a price of something rather than going to the internet. So for now, in my case, I'll just ask a price of an electric piano. For now, I'll choose a model and I'll ask it. That is what it is. If you ask us, yeah. It's generally around, what are you serious? $1,200, that is so much. But okay, whatever, you can find prices of anything. So you can ask for anything. For my case, to just demonstrate this point, I use the example of a regular electric piano. Next question is about the language. So if you didn't know, this can speak various languages. So if I ask him how many languages could you speak, I'll ask this question. I'm a machine learning model, so I can different languages, but yeah, okay. So the language it can speak are in English, Spanish, French, German, Italian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean. And now because Japanese is there, I have to ask some questions. But before that, let's ask some questions in Hindi, because it's not mentioned here, so I don't know if it's gonna work. So let's just ask this. For those who don't know what the meaning of this is, I'll just display translation, but most of my audience is Indian, so they might know this. Thinking and thinking and thinking. Okay, as you can see, this means Yeah, okay. Apparently it also answered the next question which I was going to ask. So yeah, one last question. So it says, my name is Chat GPT. I'm an model. I'll put the translation, so it just reads like this. Yeah, so yeah, that is how it is. Let's move to the next question. Because it answered the next question, we'll move to Japanese now. So these two means same. This means, which probably means what is your name in Japanese. So let's ask him that. Oh, that is so good. Oh, okay. Oh, okay, bro, okay. It says, Watashi no namae wa ChatGPT desu. Watashi wa OpenAI ni yotte. This probably means this is literally this in this, so I'll put the translation same again. So that's kind of good. And let's ask another question in Japanese. That this means this is pronounced like this.
英語が話せます.
Which means, can you speak English? So like, yes, I can speak English. I'm a model. Respond. Yeah, so this means eigo wa hanasemasu ka, which means can you speak English. So that's good. ChatGPT knows many languages. Then we had section 4, which is the code. So as I told last time, this could write a code for you, and by that I could mean it could write a literal HTML code. So this is the question which I'm gonna ask, and this is so accurate. It will use the API. If you really want to do this, you can do this, but you will need that API. So that's not good. Saying this is a sample code and may not work. So if you are doing this, you are probably an expert in HTML. This is just a helping hand for you, and this is how it could work. You will need an API if you really are going to do this task. Next one is a Python script to generate a random number, which is a very easy task. It is just a 2 lines worth of code. As you can see, yeah, this is how it is. So basically, you define the range. Hashtag means this is just a comment which it is trying to tell us. So it would start at 100 and start at 1 and at 100. And this is the command. So random number is equal to random.read integer. So rand int means random integer, start and these two are variables. So it means generate a random integer between 1 and 100, and then print the. So as you can see, the random number. This is another variable for this task. So the answer which you would get from this would be the variable. So print this variable. So that's again kind of good. This is another form and this is another form. So yeah, ChatGPT, you did not disappoint me. You never let me down. So yeah, this is how it is, and it is very, 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 very helpful as a student, as a teacher, as a coder, and as a literal general average internet user to ask you queries. Again, this also the restriction which you kind of like have, that if you ask him the questions before 2021, it may not be able to answer. So if I ask, technically it is knowing that, but whatever, because I asked him when India became independent, which is 1947, 50 years ago. But it could still answer that. So whatever you could ask, it might answer some, it might not answer. Also, this should not be used for any medical purposes. Go to doctors, and as you can see, it can generate wrong information. So you have to double check everything. Maybe at a code, let it be any school project. Just if you're doing school project, don't just copy paste it. Make it look like you have written it, so your teacher would give you it actual marks. So that's all I have for today. Hope you guys liked the video and learned from this, and hope we would learn from ChatGPT. So if you liked it, help us to reach 100 subscribers before July. That's the target, guys. We're still on 55. We recently got to 57, but for whatever reason, some 2 people unsubscribed. But okay, we have to hit 100 subscribers, at least 75 before June. So that's my mission right now. Subscribe to complete it. Thank you. Peace out. See you in the next video.